I've spent $39,731 worth of Frost Stars in Whiteout Survival in 171 days. And something I forgot to show last night, I actually won third place in Arena last season, so I got the nice cool little city skin and bonus. So that's kind of nice. I was able to snipe it last minute and come in third. I'm playing it as an efficient whale, and if you haven't followed me before, I originally had a budget for the year. Now that went way out of the proportion, and I ended up spending like a whale. So that's how I'm up to the 39,000 mark, and I'm going to be at 40,000 pretty darn soon. So what I'm doing now, though, is I'm trying to come back to my basics. I'm trying to figure out what's my best budget going to be. Is it going to be $2,100 a month or $2,800 a month or more? I don't know. What I'm doing though is I got everything tracked in a spreadsheet now. Every time I spend anything, I'm putting it in a ledger. That way I can figure out what are my recurring expenses and what I have a little special fund pool, and I'm going to fund that so that when special events come, I have some money for spending on those special events. I'm going to try to be as efficient as I can once again. I'm going to try to focus on power per dollar, permanent power per dollar, not like troops and stuff like that, but permanent power per dollar. So, charms, pets, hero gear, things like this, experts, stuff like that. So this is what I'm doing tonight also, and I'm just going to tell you, I don't know, it's not looking great so far. That's all I'm going to tell you, but I'm working on the process. All right. So bear with me. I know this is going to be a little bit of a learning process, especially the first month, and I'll figure out what things look like from there. So what I've got going on is it's week 1 in this cycle. So this is actually cycle 8. So that means that's 8 cycles I've played. The cycles are 28-day cycles. So I've been playing the game for 8 cycles. Well, this is the 8th cycle. This is it just started yesterday. So this is day 2, week 1 of the 8th cycle. I hope that makes sense to you. I'm learning. I'm creating this nomenclature for myself as well for my tracking purposes. And as a result, I'm currently at a spend rate of $290 a day, but that's because we're only 1 day in, and that's how much I spent yesterday. So let's take a look at what's going on today, and I'll look at some of these things, and I'll tell you what type of classification this spending goes in. So let's see. First things first, we come into the main shop. I already did the mix and match yesterday, so I'm not going to touch that. I'm going to save the pet chest for later because I don't know what else is going on, and there's already a special thing going on today. The daily deals. I'm going to grab the daily deals for $5. All right. No luck on that today. No love on that today. These are the weekly, so I'm just going to claim these because I only need to buy these weekly. Well, this is the monthly, but the rest of them are the weekly cards. So I've already bought them for the week, so I don't need to do anything here except for claim them. And then we've already done our kind of weekly spending here on Lake Mithril. So, and some lunar amber. So I'm not going to touch this either. This is, that's, if I choose to treat that as a weekly expense, then, I'll grab a little bit that way. Mithril, there's better opportunities to grab it, but there's just, you need so much of it. Like I'm thinking of trying to treat it as like a regular expense. Every time it resets, grab at least, $15 worth. So grab 3 of them. All right. That's the main shop. If we go into the deal section, I've already bought these. So these are weekly expenses as well. So I'm just going to claim these. And then Hall of Heroes. I don't have anything to do in here because I don't need anything in there anymore. The Endless Wayfarer, again, that's a routine expense, but only comes around so often. So I've already done the spending there, it's just claiming it. Travel rewards, same deal. This was a 2-week thing. So only had to buy that, once every 2 weeks. We'll claim the Hero Rally. I think same thing there, once every 2 weeks. Sign in and earn it. I grab that. And Deadshot, make the claims. Get out of there. And do my little bank deposit for my whatever it is. 325 gems a day. All right. So the other thing we got going on is Snowbusters. And we've got this special event here. So Pure Heart Pack. Let me clear that. So this is a special event. This is something I didn't know it was coming. It's not on the calendar. It just pops up. I think I am going to buy this, but I'm going to wait for that because it's a special event. I want to do it last. So let's come to Snowbusters. This is a routine event. And the main reason I want to do Snowbusters, I want to get to level 23 so I can continue to accumulate these island decoration pieces. And by the way, Snowbusters isn't a horrible event when it comes to all the things you get along the way. Not only do you unlock these rewards along the way, but during the event itself, you get quite a few, little perks and stuff as well. And the daily missions stack up as well. So I don't know. It's hard. These are some of the expenses are kind of hard to quantify specifically. I'd have to sit there and like track all the random, benefits you got along the way. But I think it's widely regarded that it's pretty good value overall. So if we even look at this, you're going to get some gems along the way. You're going to get some mythic pieces and mythic books and some fire crystals and stuff. So you look at how much it's actually worth. It's actually, this is, pretty good. Like that's what you're going to get along the way. And then for the higher tier one, you're going to get all these. You're going to get, 90 fire crystals. I mean, that's 10 fire crystals per dollar just for the fire crystals, not to mention lucky hero gear chests and extra, components and stuff like this. This is a pretty good, value, I think. So that's the first thing we're going to buy is we're going to buy the icebreaker. And I'll reconcile in my spreadsheet later. I'm tempted to do it now so I can do a real-time update, but it kind of would slow me down in the video and the recording process. So I'll just make sure I capture this later when I play it back. All right, that's the Snowbusters main section there, the rewards section. Then we're going to go to the Snow Warrior pack. And the thing is, I want to buy this up to the point where I'm able to get to level 23. And I believe last time, if I just buy this up to the $20 mark, and so this will be like a routine expense for me. I think Snowbusters comes is it once a month or every 2 weeks? I think it's once a month. So if I buy this up to the $20 mark, I believe every time I do that, I'm able to clear up to level 23, if not further. So I'm going to play this one by ear this time, and we'll see how it goes. And the thing I'm excited about actually is we are now in the Wandering Convoys theme, which means finally I'll be able to unlock these last couple puzzle pieces or map pieces, whatever they're called here, to get those last 2 stars. And finally I'll be able to, I'm just 2 stars away from getting this city skin. So I will finally be able to get that city skin as well. So this will be nice, progress as well. Actually, look at this. I have some, let's see if I can grab it right here because I got some map pieces. All right. All right. One more. All right. Now I'm over here. Look at that. Got it. All right. So finally, I finally got the city skin. Nice. So I actually don't even have to play now, but I'm still gonna play, of course. But like I said, you get good rewards from this event, anyways. So where are the other? I'm missing some. Oh, there we go. Map completion reward. All right, that's all the map search. Map search is all done now, and I got the city skin. So the rest of it is just value for the island decoration component, essentially. So what I'm really playing for now, the main thing I'm playing for is the island decoration components. I can get up to 5 of them if I go to level 23. And all the, rewards along the way. I mean, these area rewards stack up, not to mention the Snowbusters awards here. So it really does stack up. And I think it's maybe it's not a super high value event, but it's a fun event to play anyways. And you get some rewards along the way. So between those two things, I think it's kind of worth it for my entertainment dollar if you just think of it that way. All right, the last thing I'm going to look at is this Pure Heart pack. And look, I mean, how can I say no to this? It's got the Lunar Enlightenment pack, which comes with the Troops Health. Now, that Troops Health, you can get this type of stat in other ways without paying this, but this is a cool cosmetic. I mean, it's a unique cosmetic. These are hard to get sometimes. So I'll have this private chat skin. I don't know if I like it that much. It's like, what is that? Is that Jasser in the middle of some sheep? It's kind of cute, I guess, but it's kind of like, as a fan of the game and like a collector of sorts, like I think I gotta have this, right? Not to mention, look at the number of mystery badges. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save these mystery badges for the most part. I'm gonna save these till the next generation comes out and use them to pick up some more widgets from the mystery shop. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna buy this for the $50. And I'm not actually down on my special event fund because as the first week under this new budget plan, I put $125 a week into the special account fund. Luckily this wasn't an event that's going to cost like $500 or something because I did already put $125 in for this week. So I'm not technically down on my budget for the special event fund yet. I just put in $125 and took out $50. So, this will be a good way to start, figuring out how to track all that and seeing how it goes. So let's see. I think that's all the spending that I had to do tonight. So let's just check out the backpack quick and clear that out. Can I get lucky? Nope, not tonight. Take care of that. Put these in the tank. And now that I'm spending on a budget again and I'm kind of going slow again, these Lucky Hero Gear chests, I'll kind of let those kind of stack up a little bit because I'm not looking to press the Hero Gear super far right now anyways. Better to kind of hold it back a little bit. But the one thing I did want to mention is that I'm going to wait on the VIP. I'll come into the VIP, I'll grab my claims, we can check out what the points look like, but I'm not going to do these spins because now that I'm not spending at that crazy rate anymore, they're not going to be accumulating that fast anymore. So I'm going to wait until I get up there or when I have a day where I don't really have much else to talk about, and then I'll take care of that. So the other thing, if we take a look at the event calendar, where is it? Here we go. The event calendar. We do have Mia's Fortune Hunt coming up, so I need to be prepared to spend for that. This is going to be a routine event though, so I need to make sure that I learn to spend for that. When I'm doing this first time through the budget is I'm just trying to spend like moderately and see how it goes, and then I'll reconcile like, all right, I'd rather spend on this than that. I'll kind of do some math and figure out what do I need to do to stay on a budget, and where do I want my budget to be? Do I want it to be $2,100 a month, $2,800 a month? Well, I'm going to kind of play it by ear a little bit, but I need to get through a full cycle of documenting everything first to really have an informed opinion about which way I want to do it. So we do have Vision of Dawn, and we have Gina's and some other miscellaneous stuff coming up as well. So Vision of Dawn is kind of interesting just because, you got to it's a little bit grindy. You got to do all this stuff. So I'm going to have to hunt down a bunch of polar terrors, do my daily collections. The only thing really annoying about this one is the polar terrors, because you got to do 10 of these a day for 3 days in a row. And I've got my keys banked up anyways. I just save them for this, and I'll save them for special events that need the keys, because I don't really need the keys for much else anyways. Let's see, we got the Alliance Championship. Now, we got one more thing I could do. And then the Alliance Showdown that, I have to figure out what. I've been doing some little bit of expert work on this to get some points, but also gems. Oh, that's something I wanted to do. Let's do some gems. What I need to do for gems is come into the gem shop here, and I'm going to replace. So I used a bunch of gems common wild marks and I depleted my wild mark pool a bit because I wanted to get some of my pets cranked up a little bit more, just to give myself a little bit more of an edge, because I wasn't sure how that battle was going to go. So I'm going to go ahead and just do, 500,000 worth of gems of common wild marks, 1,000 common wild marks. This is the main thing I'm using the gems for these days. I use them for other things too, but the main thing I'm using them for is pets. So just showing you the proof in the pudding that that's what they're for. The gems are mainly allocated to pets these days. That's where we're going with that. Now, I don't know, man. I feel embarrassed every time I do this on camera, but I'm going to try something different today. So let's go in here. Let's try something different. So I think the problem, so some people gave me different theories, and I think the theory that is most dominant is the correct one. I think what's happening here to me is that other people, and probably Hunty, I don't know, I didn't look at his gear super closely, but I'm optimizing my account and my style of play for this primary march, these three heroes. So these three sets of gear, basically. And all my other gear is really lax right now. It's really, really behind. I could start popping, the hero, what's it called? The Hero Mastery Pack, or whatever that one is called. The Gear Mastery Pack, whatever. Hero Gear Mastery Pack, I think it was called. Whatever. The one that gives you the extra Estus stones. I could start doing that. I could start pressing a second set of gear and all that. I don't really want to go crazy with that. The thing is, if my Labyrinth score suffers because of this, okay, fine. It is what it is. But I think the real source of the problem here is exactly that. I have one strong set of gear, and then almost nothing across the other two. So the fact that I'm able to do okay in arena still is a little bit amazing to me, because it's basically just those three heroes doing all the heavy lifting. Over time, maybe I will build out a second set. I think it's essentially a second set of hero gear, so I have 6 in total, and have the other one just have a little bit more. But like right now, if I had to choose between spreading my spend and my power across 6 different sets of gear versus one set of gear, I'm going with the one set of gear because I feel like part of my primary goal as one of the whales in the state is to be able to help with castle. If I can't do that, I'm doing something wrong. So I don't want to spread out all my spend and all my power across 6 or 5 different heroes for arena. It's not that I can care less about arena, but I'll get what I can get in arena. I'll snipe and I'll be as creative as I can to be competitive in arena, but not at the cost of being able to defend castle and play my role for the team for castle. So, but I'm gonna do what some folks asked me tonight, just as an experiment. So I'm gonna unequip these guys. And somebody said, you know, try having all your primary gear on the season 3 heroes. So, and this is a comment I got from several people as well. So let's give it a shot. Season 3 heroes. So now the season 3 heroes have all the primary gear. So that's what that's looking like. All season 3 like that. And then I'll just give these guys the leftovers like I had before. So there you go. And who else is left? Did I miss someone? Let's see if I missed anyone. Here.
Nothing. We're ready.
All right. So that's what I got going on. And you know, here's the thing. I've been told time and time again, the 60-40 stuff, that doesn't really help in this gen. So I'm going to do this combination of, let's see. I'm going to do this combination of 50, 15, 35. So kind of like steal from the Lancers and give to the Marksmen. And then, let's see. Wait, I got to edit the formation. All right, I got to edit all these formations. Let's redo this all. I'm just going to clear them all. Come back in here. All right, so the season 3 heroes. I'm just going to put them all in one team. And then I'm going to go 50, 15, 35. We'll see how that works. And I'll do the same. Well, I got to select the heroes here, but just the next top 3. And I'm going to do 50, 15, 35 there. And the last one, I'm going to do whoever I have left. And we'll do 50, 20, 30 here. I don't know, man. This is, I think we're getting to the point where, you know, look at my lineup. This is what's becoming evident to me. Because that gear is so strong on one of these, it's like double my next 2, you know, formations. So I got 227 mil at the top, 99 mil. I don't even think the heroes matter at this point. I'm doing this as an experiment because someone asked me to do it. I don't think it matters that much. I think what's affecting me the most is the fact that I don't have, you know, the strong gear on the other heroes, basically. So I don't know. Let's see what happens. See, those other ones just bounce off them. Like it's this. That's my real problem. I did get through another level like this though. But the real problem is these guys are just bouncing off them. Well, okay. That worked. Interesting. This does seem to be working a little bit more effectively. Even though those other 2 squads are just bouncing off. Well, this is why I love the community helping me. I wouldn't have thought that this would have mattered. I would have thought that it would go purely based on the stats of the heroes, which that's my primary attack squad. So why is using these on the season 3 heroes mattering at all? It's a little strange. I mean, it's clearly effective now. I mean, I got stumped yesterday, and now I'm chewing through these. So to the couple of you, it's not just one person, to the couple of you who mentioned trying it this way, thank you. But help me understand in the comments. Tell me in the comments, why did this matter? So this is telling me I don't really understand the mechanics at play in Labyrinth. That's what this is really telling me. Because this worked quite a bit better. All right, let's see how far we can get. It's working pretty well still. Nice. How far can we go with this strategy? Let's see. Oh. Hey, all right. It's getting a little closer now. Well, here's where we're gonna see. Oh, if we can get a couple more, if I can get past level 10, that would be sweet. Come on. Hey, all right. Come on, level 10. Let's do it. Oh. Yeah, I thought that was gonna happen. All right, let's give it another shot. Just need to get lucky once. Ay, ay, ay. Well, now what? Now what? Do I try to switch up one of these formations? Do I try to bring this to 1555? 30? Let's see. Ouch. Yeah, come on, man. That was close. All right. I know usually the level 10 is a little harder, so maybe I can get another couple rounds out of this. Yeah, looks like it. Well, this tip got me quite a bit farther than I would have thought. I'm actually still a little amazed, and I'm grateful to the community for giving me tips and pointing this out. I still don't understand the mechanic at play. Like, why would it matter? I would have thought just sheer power is what matters. Yikes. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Can we get one more level out of this? Just one more. All right. Now this, whenever the first squad goes first, it's never a good thing. Hey, all right. One more level. Nope. All right. All right, let's see where that put me. I mean, that tip was killer, man. That really did well. Let's see where I'm at. Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I jumped up, you know, a couple rounds to where I was. I was like down in like 34. So this is pretty good. But like I said, I'm still to the point where like my top squad is half of or double what my next squad is. So it's just the way I'm building out the account is probably the accounting for that now. But I mean, my overall lab score is still looking pretty good. I failed to mention that the other day. My overall lab score is still looking pretty darn good. This is my overall lab score. So that's pretty darn good. I'm not upset about that at all. All right, that's all I have for tonight. But if you want to continue to see this journey and see how my spending goes, see how the budget goes, see how I'm able to turn this, this efficient whale spending into power, and see how that turns, and see how my gameplay improves and stuff, there's a couple ways you can help me out. Number one, if you look above my head, there's this 5% bouncing around. The official shop is currently running a 5% top off promotion. And if you use my link, if you check the video description, you'll see a link to the official shop that has an affiliate code embedded in it for me, and that'll give me some Frost Stars as well. It doesn't cost you anything extra. You just use that link instead, and it kind of gives me credit for your sale, and then I get some Frost Stars as well. That's one way you can help me out. The other way you can help me out is simple. All you have to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. That way, whenever I post anything, you'll be the first to know about it. Thank you very much for joining me. Until next time, I'll see you later.